is clear, audio, video, everything is clear. Just let me know. Andhra Traders Hub clear. Okay. Others also please confirm if everything is okay from my end. Okay. All right. Thank you for confirming. Now let's start analyzing each chart and see if there is any interesting opportunity for us for today. Now, first thing I can see is on a 1 hour time frame. Where is the previous resistance? This zone, right? Previously, this area was acting as resistance. Again, this is the second resistance. Now, market has not yet broken that level, but it is consolidating below that area itself. Okay. Now, that is on a 1 hour time frame. Above that, there is one more resistance. That zone also, if you want, I will mark. So this is the resistance 1. This is resistance 1, resistance 2, and then this is the resistance 3. Now once this area previously which was acting as a resistance, once this level is broken, you can see it is acting in the market as a supporting zone, right? So this one we have seen on a 1 hour time frame. Now let's quickly switch to 3 hour time frame. 3 minutes time frame. On 3 minutes time frame, you can see market is forming lower highs and lower lows. So this is the recent high, this is the low, lower high, lower low, again a lower high. Now from this what we will understand is this is the high, lower high 1, okay, 2, and this is the lower high 3. They're not allowing the lower 2 is not allowing the market to move towards the upside. They have formed one more lower high and they have pushed the market again towards the downside. So as long as this seller is not going to give up in the market, the potential of market moving towards the upside is low. When will this seller start giving up? They will start giving up maybe once market which is holding on at this upper level, it might, if it goes above 1,09,900, it is trading below. Okay, if it goes above 1,10,000, then they might see some pressure. The seller who's on top, he might start seeing some pressure and they might start squaring off their position. So as of now, sellers are trying to hold on to the upper level, but same way you can see recently after this correction a big movement has come. Okay, this is not a small movement, close to 800-900 points where market has given a breakout. After breakout is holding on to the upper level. So in the future, if it goes above the zone, then we can think about looking for any bullish trade in the market. Okay. So this is the view I'm having at this point of time, or this is the basic analysis that we have done. I'll conduct a poll where I would ask you to share your view about the market. Sellers are not giving up. Okay, that's why market is seeing some pressure towards the downside. But we will wait. So please participate in the poll. Okay. So here definitely buyers would have entered the market. They push the market towards the upside. Again here sellers pressure. So as long as this level breaks, definitely looking for any bearish trade just by looking at this candle doesn't make sense to me. we will consider this as upper range, this as lower range. As long as market is trading within this range, to a certain extent will be a bit quiet. And we know some data will be coming out today, or if it has already come, I've not yet looked into it. We'll look into all those things one by one. Okay, so Dow Jones is standard, no big change. S&P 500 also no big change. So market is kind of flat. Today some data was supposed to come out. Let's see. Anyone who have gone through the data, let me know. Latest update, calendar. Inflation ratio is prior it was forecast was 2.5, actual is 2.4. So no big change between the forecast and this one. Inflation rate month on month, forecast was 0.2, 0.1. Okay, so inflation, if it's coming under control, then there's a possibility that people might expect Fed to cut the interest rate. Okay, I mean, if inflation is maintained to a certain extent, it is as per the forecast or market expectation, they might tend to they might say, okay, inflation is kind of under control, it's not gone high, so what we can do is maybe the next meeting they might decide to cut the interest rate. In Indian market, you forget, where we even cutting 25 basis points is too much, they're cutting 0.5 basis points. So how US market, at least to a certain extent, Jerome Powell is not a puppet in hands of Trump. He will at least take a decision on his own. So all those things are there. Now this is the upper zone, we will consider that. This is the lower zone, we will consider. Market has corrected close to 50%. Now this is at 618 level area. So I don't think inflation data is that much negative as if anyone is expecting. So here market is giving a pullback. So this zone also is kind of 618 level pullback. So one small attempt maybe we can try, but little we will wait, because market is in between, they have not yet decided. But if we don't enter here, there's a chance that we will miss out on opportunity. Any further planning on trading crude as well? It is also open all day 9 to. I'll share my view with you guys. Okay, now I will take one trade here. Okay, this market started moving. Anyways, I'll not go be placing a bigger stop loss for this trade. Let's move the stop loss little lower here. Sometimes explaining all those things and all takes time. Market is in between. Okay, this is the target what I am thinking. I'll tell you why I have entered the trade here. See, first thing is market was trading between, sellers started putting pressure in the market. Okay, market corrected, it was holding on to the upper level, it moved down. One important thing which I was noticing at that time was this candle. Definitely retail traders wouldn't have participated in this, big players would have participated. Again, they would have made people believe that at the upper level there is resistance, so they held on. So seller stop loss is still there on top. To hunt the stop loss, market can move up. Now this red candle would have created some confusion among people, but supporting zone kind of level that we have right now is 0.618 level. Market was holding on to that. So okay, if we enter the trade, 618 level can act as a support. From here, if market moves towards the upside, one decent move we can capture. That's it. Nothing complicated or anything as such in this particular trade. Okay, momentum here again, it can convert to sideways and things like that. That possibility is there. Now since we have taken the entry, we will go back to this one, because here still market has not given a breakout. Again it can correct, again it can move towards like that. Weird actions market can do, that is not under our control, but this is the basic setup where our job is to keep reducing the risk for the trade and hold it. So what we will do is, now we will get our stop loss to cost. Market is moving towards the upside, so in this trade risk is only so much for us. Whoever entered along with me, you're happy with the movement or whatsoever, anytime you want you can book, that's up to you. Just 250 points is nothing for us. Problem is this resistance, if it corrects here, we will not be making this profit that we see. Okay, that's the only problem we have. My target is above that resistance. In the comment section, let me know if you have understood why we have taken this trade, and without me making any setup during the morning, is it making sense if I come live one by one, if I explain all of these things in front of you, if I start marking these levels, is it helping you guys? Just let me know about that. Now here, like I said, this resistance still sellers have not yet given up. Okay, so reversal possibility is there, but what I have done from my end, I have reduced the risk. Risk is $2, reward is $67. So that is something which I have taken under my control, the risk for the trade, right? For $2, $67, if it is reward, what is the risk reward ratio for this trade? Here it is saying close to 33%. That's not actual, but please tell me about hamster compound coin spot. It is huge loss. First of all, I don't know why you guys trade in that hamster and all those things. See, those things which are not under our government regulation, I don't trade in those instruments. And I don't even, when I go and check those things, and if others are referring to that, that also I don't want to do. What is legal, where let's say our money is kind of protected, our capital, like lakhs together, crores together, we put it in the market, we keep it as a capital in hamster and all those things. I don't even have tried it or tested what it is, so I have no comment or anything as such in regards to that. Okay, sir, gold view please. Okay, this setup as of now, it is given movement of 250 to 80 points. I have reduced the stop loss. From here, if market, let's say it corrects, takes the stop loss, nothing can be done. Stop loss I have covered, only $2 is the stop loss. But if it holds on to the upper range and gives a breakout, then $60. So risk reward is nice. So I'm not going to do any changes for this setup after this. Yes, little bit early I should have entered, then more movement we would have captured, but that is okay. So people asked about gold. Yesterday in the live also I had said this was the resistance. Don't plan for any bullish trade in this zone. Market corrected from that level itself. Only next day market started again coming to this resistance area. Again same resistance market is respecting. Now this, once we get some clarity about this setup, right, all the other discussions definitely we can have. Let the trade keep going on. I will see from my end in case there is any other interesting things. Again, it's acting as resistance itself. Cost to cost. That's fine. Oil, I think people are saying oil skyrocketing a bit, right? Oil again, it has come near the yesterday resistance zone. It's facing resistance here, continuous movement. Now here in oil, what you can do is wait for this one level in case there is any correction like this up to this zone. Then if there is any upside momentum, maybe you can try to look into that. As of now, nothing interesting to look at in oil based on price action or stop loss hunting. Okay, this trend line is acting as a resistance. Let it act until and unless it breaks the upper level or it goes below here and then recover. There's no interesting opportunity in oil. Gold already, this zone is acting as a supporting area. Anyone who entered at this resistance, they might think about booking profit if market goes below. But if it goes below the zone, as of now, if it goes below the zone, then continuation possibility is there where next gold can go up to this area. Without coming here only, if it reverses, that is where this buyers have to re-enter. If they don't enter, they allow the market to go below the zone, then continuation possibility is there. That is something that we need to look into. Okay, BTC just holding. Oil is kind of moving, I feel. It's kind of given a breakout, but how much we can trust this breakout, I'm not sure. Until this is the upper zone, this is the lower zone, and okay, market took the stop loss, which was expected. Cost to cost, I had got the stop loss. Upside movement continuation means we would have tried to capture that. That's it. I think market has taken the trailing stop loss here. For me, just $2.50 is the risk for 100 quantity. So we had got it to cost, so nothing, no issues for us here. My view is still bullish in terms of BTC. Let's switch to, again, same indecision zone market has come. So if it is indecision situation, then we will simply wait and we'll just observe the market. Anything interesting, then we can look into it. Okay. Still 3 minutes. Global market, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, everything is kind of flat. Slight. This also is flat itself. So market is correcting, no problem. What I feel is in terms of BTC, this zone, we'll consider this as the supporting area. Okay, so this zone we will consider as supporting area. So let's call this as demand zone. 8,008. Actually, I want it to be somewhere here. Okay. Let me switch to 15 minutes. I'm not considering this as demand zone. This is the main demand zone. Okay. And then apart from this, market is just trading in a symmetric pattern range. This area, I'm not considering this as demand. This is just a support zone. That's it. Okay. Demand zone means where a lot of people might enter, and okay. And supporting zone is recent support where market is holding. That's it. For me, when I say demand zone, it is where both liquidity also is kind of high, where they have potential of pushing the market towards the upside and things like that. So my view, like I said, it's kind of bullish itself, but where market holds on and all those things matters for us to take entry. These levels and all I will delete because it will create confusion. In the comment section, just let me know, traders, what do you think about the market? What is your view? My view is bullish. Market is holding on to this upper level, but cost to cost here during this pullback had to give. These two are the next supporting zone for the market. If market goes below the zone only, next maybe at this demand zone I'll be looking for bullish, or at this zone if market is holding on here I'm thinking of bullish, but since it is within this area only, I'm thinking okay, let us kind of avoid the entry for a bit. Sideways. Okay, what about others? What is your view? I'll turn off the screen for 2 minutes. Quickly tell me, traders, what is your view? SNK is bullish. Two times it is. Repeatedly we might have to enter, that is the problem. Sideways. This range is kind of annoying for us. In between again, if we enter here, you can say oil continuation is there, but I've considered this as the upper zone, and lower this as the lower zone. If there is a healthy pullback and then there is an upside movements, then we can consider. In gold, you can say it has come to the support, right? It has come to the support, but again from here, since this was a healthy pullback, after that if market is falling so much, again market breaking this upper level is kind of difficult. Okay, so what we will do is mark this zone. Okay, if I'll just if market gives a breakdown, okay, not right now, you can see what is the entry level. In future, if market gives a breakdown, here maybe an opportunity towards the downside is possible. Okay, BTC is kind of holding the upper level, but Praveen Kumar sir, good evening, welcome to the live stream. Now those of you who not like the live stream, please do that. Support the channel by liking the live stream. Motivates me also to make regular videos for you guys. Nanda K, hello, welcome to the live stream. How can I join private Telegram group for Nifty, brother? You send WhatsApp message to the number that you are seeing on the screen. We'll let you know. in your WhatsApp number but not getting reply. Loganathan, you send once more, sir. Whatever message you're sending, you send it once more. I'll ask the team to look into that for you. Lakshmi Narayana Reddy sir is saying sideways. Vivek sir is saying bullish. Ravin Kumar sir is saying good evening. Good evening, sir. Vargish Joshua, you have come back after a long time, I believe. Vargish sir. Hi, good evening. On portrait mode, Telegram link yet to be received. Telegram link. Okay. I'll share. When you, Srinivasa, when you say Telegram link, I don't know what Telegram link you're asking for. We'll look into your message, sir. We'll reply. Okay. As of now, no big change in the US market. At risk, slightly turning positive. Here, BTC is kind of holding. Rest of the market, I'll just go have a look and I'll come back, share an update with you. Now here, still the setup I have not discussed. Okay, if market goes below this zone, I don't think this support market will respect. If it goes below, then in gold, opportunity towards the downside might be there for you. For Ethereum, to 2750, this range is the supporting range according to me, and resistance, it can go up to 2870-80 range. Okay, so here you can see this area is acting as resistance, right? In the future, if market goes to this resistance, it might correct, and later it might go up to this zone also. So this is the demand zone, and I would consider this as supply zone. So next, in the future, if it moves up, then there is a possibility. Apart from that, what are the things we have to discuss about? Dow Jones, that's fine. Nasdaq. Nasdaq. S&P 500. This is the supporting zone. Okay. And I will consider the upper level. So then, what is the next area? If it breaks at least additional 10-20 points, it can move, right? So this area I will consider as supply zone. So that's about S&P 500. BTC, nothing much to say. the lower levels is, this is the lower level. Okay, upper level BTC can go up to 1,11,000 also. Okay, 1,11,000 700 800 zone. So at least up to this zone BTC. I know this is the resistance, but if the buyers are strong, they might push the market up to this zone at least. So my view also is kind of bullish itself, but it is trading in sideways zone, so nothing interesting for me. You guys can see gold. Okay, it is come near the entry zone. So here, if it gives a proper closing, then you can enter in gold, placing small stop loss above this candle and look for 1:2 risk reward for this. The chances of market holding on to the support is a bit low. Once this support level is broken, market gives a closing, you can be looking for bearish trade. US oil, it's come to this upper zone. Still from my end, conviction is a bit low. Here, how is it going to sustain this upper level? What you can do is this zone, what market is holding on, right? This previous resistance, you consider this as base. Okay, that means from this lower end, mark the Fibonacci level. It is at what level? 236 level. So you consider this area as a base for you. Now around 66 is the base. Okay, from here, if you're getting breakout, then stop loss has to be at least here, so that in case there is a pullback or anything, you will manage. All right, or else in case this breakout happens, it fails, then any pullback you're getting, next breakout when you get, you can go up to 67 or 67.25, not 50, up to 25 you can go. So that's about it. Now it is holding, it's not giving closing. If it gives a closing, then look for bearish. As of now, this area is acting as support, but my expectation is market might tend to break that level in some time. BTC, when we are going to get this breakout, when to wait, sideways zone. The problem is, what will happen is, in case we get off the breakout, right, then at the upper level when I enter, my stop loss has to be below here, and that's going to create some kind of problem for me if I enter a bit late. So even though it is kind of sideways market condition, with proper risk reward, if I enter now, things will be a bit better. Okay, so what I have done is I have entered here. My stop loss, I will consider it a bit lower. Who wants to wait for the breakout? I would highly recommend you to wait for that. Okay, for me, since my view is kind of bullish in the market, I'm thinking of looking for entry. Already cost to cost one setup I have given. Now this resistance market might not respect. If it moves higher, it might next go break this level also. So a decent risk reward ratio is fine for us. After giving a breakout, then I might start trailing the stop loss. Those who want to wait, please wait for the breakout levels. Okay, below the breakout candle, you can place the stop loss and look for entry. How long this is going to hold on to this range? This one annoying. How much more we have to wait for the breakout to happen, I definitely don't know. But the problem is, after the breakout, if I enter, my entry will be somewhere here. My stop loss will be very low. That time I will not get the proper risk reward for the trade. So with that concern, since risk was just $30, I've taken entry. Safe traders, I would consider to wait for the breakout. Okay, at that point of time, below that candle only, you can place your stop loss and look for upside momentum. Simply you get stuck in the sideways market, then it is a headache. Crypto group Telegram link. Send WhatsApp message, sir. We'll look into that. See, again, market is correcting, nothing great it is showing. Wait for the breakout, then when you get opportunity, you might consider to exit. The setup, I'll leave it as it is. I'll not make any changes. Gold is holding. If it breaks, you see, this one you consider as support. From this zone, if you're entering, this is the support. At least you have to give stop loss up to this zone. If you're at the upper level you're entering, so think twice and enter. Pullback is something that you can wait for. So all those things you please factor in. For many people, best thing is to wait until the breakout of this level or this level, right? So if this level breaks, maybe you can consider bearish, or if this upper level breaks, you can consider bullish trade. Since from beginning my view is bullish itself, I feel market has high potential of breaking this upper level. One attempt I had taken at cost to cost. This is the second attempt which I'm taking. What is the global market saying? Slowly it's kind of moving towards the upside. No dramatic movement. What about S&P 500? It's holding the demand zone. Next it has to go to the supply zone. Nasdaq. Nasdaq, though, it's just trading in a upside channel resistance and it is holding. And here it is making a bullish channel and moving towards the upside. How many people have entered the trade, this trade along with me? Let me know. If you're not entered, no problem. You can wait for the breakout. Today your target was perfect in Nifty but took longer time to hit the target while market continues sideways. Yeah, what to do? Morning, this was the setup. This was the setup. After that additional move also we got, but here little market created problem. But at this resistance also I said I'm not going to exit. This is my target. So I wanted to wait up to the zone, and very nice moment only we got. Second half of the day, Bank Nifty at the upper level, it faced resistance and moved. I expected market to, here it gave a breakout, right? Here only I thought it will correct, but later it corrected, moved up again. At that point of time I thought, okay, one setup is already done. let market come to my resistance. If it comes to my resistance, maybe later I'll look for bearish trade. But it did not come to resistance. One setup already it gave profit, second setup without giving me a chance, only it corrected. So there I could not do anything. So I was happy with the first trade profit. It was very good. So we just closed it for the day. Okay, SNK. So usually what market does, it will do price correction or time correction, right? Time correction means it will stay within a range for longer duration. So if it stays in a range for longer duration, breakout or breakdown is possible. Looking at the global market sentiment and inflation data, what has come out, it is not any kind of negative and things like that. US market also is holding on to the upper level. So my expectation is market might tend to move towards the upside. Based on that, in the sideways market, my view is bit of bullish. One more logic what I was thinking is this zone market had removed here, corrected. As long as this zone breaks, until and unless I'm live, as long as this zone breaks, I'm not interested in bearish trade. This can be 50-60% correction. From here again bounce back. If market does, it can give a solid momentum towards the upside. All of these things are based on price action, stop loss hunting logic. What I see, I feel that is a potential. That's why I have taken a bullish trade. But for many people who consider themselves as a safe traders, what they have to do, they have to wait for breakout and then look for opportunity where the breakout candle, let's say you get a breakout candle here, this is the breakout candle, and then you place a stop loss below that and try to look into it. Sometimes it can also be converted to liquidation grab and then market might correct. That risk we have to take, right? If you don't take that risk, then you will miss out on the upside movement opportunity. So wait for that, wait for the breakout. Or what also you can do is, once breakout happens, if the next candle is not able to break the low of this previous candle, it gives a decent closing above this previous candle, then you enter there, place stop loss below that, and then look for opportunity and look for continuation. So that is how you can, to a certain extent, try to avoid, and you can increase the entry levels for you for the trade. Even though here a bit of entry was right, okay, my entry, I think I got it somewhere here, right? First entry, it went up, came cost to cost, again it is holding on. So that becomes a problem or confusion. If I'm not in live and things like that, then little differently only I would have approached the market. I told you about liquidation grab. This is just an example. This area was acting as support, market gave a breakdown. After this breakdown, people might start thinking of entering bearish trade, but big players would push the market towards the upside, right? So here what you should have done, this is one candle, okay? Next candle, if it's not able to break the low of this red candle, if it is showing continuation, then you can plan for downside move. Quickly, if market is reversing, better to avoid your entry. So like that's something you can plan. Next time when you trade, you can factor that also in. Okay. Almost. Now it is at cost to cost. Is it going to convert to bullish? here volume is not that much. Okay, volume is less. It is just trying to give a breakout, but volume is less. So let at least previous 5-6 candles volume. More than that, if it gives a solid breakout, then that is a good thing for us. Where is the WhatsApp number? WhatsApp number. I've sent you the WhatsApp phone number in the comment section. Please have a look. This range breakout only is a headache, traders. It makes us sit in the trade for longer duration. Here slowly volume is increasing. Hopefully this doesn't convert to false breakout. Since it has given a breakout, what I will do is I'll reduce the stop loss for this trade. So in case this is a proper breakout, then market has to not stop. It has to continue the upside move. So in that case, if it's continuing the upside move, then it is good for us. We will hold on to the trade. As long as this previous candle low market is not able to break, I'm going to hold on to this trade. Okay. I hope you have got some clarity here. This can convert to fake breakout also, and market can fall. That is why what I've done, the stop loss, I've got it to the low of this candle. Okay, so if market corrects here also and moves up, I'm fine. Or from here also, if it continues, I'm fine. I don't want to give more risk and get into this kind of trap, right? So this previous trap, you see how market trapped after giving breakdown. Like that trap, if it is there, I should not be giving more loss in the trade, right? So here I've reduced the loss to just $16. Now this breakout continuation is happening. Good. We will hold on to the trade. If it reverses, I'll take the stop loss and close for the day. Okay. The next area is this zone. My target is kind of above that level itself. Now that we have got the trend breakout we have entered, I don't want to exit here. Whoever wants to book here exit, you can do that. That's entirely up to you. But for me, I need to just manage my existing stop loss and see how much market will give me today. Either it will take $15-16 from me, or it has to give me a decent profit, right? So this profit, if I put it here in perspective, on $60-70. Now you see market is showing continuation here, right? Next we have this upper resistance. This upper resistance is going to be a bit of troublesome situation, but since after a long time I don't want to book my profit or anything here because my risk is comparatively reduced. When there is a trend, if this is a proper trend, no one for 100% guarantee say this is the trend, right? But if this is going to be the trend, then I don't want to square off here only. Additional 200, 300 points, 500 points, 1000 points, whatever it is there, I'll keep trailing the stop loss and going. I'll not be booking the profit at random places. This is the same setup first I initiated. Right here, this was the same setup I initiated. It created confusion and now it is giving. Or else already this setup would have given us that 700, 800 points. How many of you entered the trade along with me? Vargish Joshua has entered. What about others? Have you entered along with me? Now simply what we will do, we'll get our stop loss to cost. Done. So in this trade, either I'll make decent profit or I will lose $2-3. What is there to lose $2-3? Nothing. Now you guys can see market is coming to this previous resistance, right? So if you consider yourself as a safe trader, you want to book the profit, there is a chance of reversal, you want to book means you book. I'm not worried about losing the profits here. Okay, loss is taken care of, profit I'm not worried about. How much market will decide to give me, that we will see. If you want to book, you can book it now. The movement was decent. You got around 400 points. Depends on where you entered. If you have entered along with me, 400 points you would have got. Was watching the live stream in exited. Okay. Whoever exited, fine by me, no problem. I'm going to hold. Nasdaq and all is slowly moving positive. I've given you all the reason why I'm bullish about the market. Lakshmi Reddy sir entered. Okay. Now you can see there is some pressure here, right? Because previously there is one resistance. My expectation is market will not respect this resistance and it will continue. Okay, that's why I am holding on to the trade. If you want to exit, you exit. That's up to you. Gold. It's not given breakdown here to consider entry. Okay. Oil. It's just staying above 236 level zone. Nothing big to say about oil. Here it has given BTC consolidation breakout. Hopefully, traders, hopefully, fingers crossed, it sustains. I'm telling you, right, my expectation is 1 lakh, 10,700, 800. That is the ideal range where I'm expecting the market to move. So that moment I don't want to lose. Okay. You see this zone market has given a breakout next this resistance. Like I feel it will go up to this zone also. Okay, that one we will see after how many pullback whatsoever it is going, that I don't know, but market has chance of moving up to that zone. Previously in the market sellers entered here, they push the market, okay, but the buyers have also entered in the past. They have formed a base correction, 50-60% correction. Now again these buyers have re-entered. So if they are very strong, the buyers, then again additional movement can happen in the market. Okay, I don't know immediately it's going to happen after 1 hour, 2 hours, or by 12 o'clock it's going to happen, that I'm not sure. While I'm live, if it's happening, good. If you consider this as the resistance, you want to exit means you can exit here. Later you want to enter means you can enter. Okay, you can see some kind of pressure is there in the market at this zone. I keep repeating that because I don't know what is your mindset while you enter the trade. For me, this is risk-free trade. So if I lose the capital, I'm not going to lose anything here. If the profits, whatever I see, if I don't get that profit also, it's completely fine by me. Maybe it is not fine by you. So that's why I'm saying, who wants to book, you book here at the resistance. If you don't want to hold along with me, that is also fine. My thing is, when I come live, tell you at least 2 or 3 things what I follow on a regular basis, and initially whatever mistakes I did as a beginner, those things and all, if I during the live situation, if I show it to explain it to you guys, maybe it will be a bit helpful. You see, today what you learned here, market gave a breakdown, you might enter at a breakdown, but if the previous level, if it breaks, then it can be converted to a false breakdown also, right? This can be a liquidation grab. So what you need to do when you get a breakdown, as much as possible you have to reduce the stop loss. If market takes the stop loss also, no problem. Again, if it moves, a re-entry you can do, you have the capital. At the beginning only, you don't place any stop loss, market reverses here, 3 to 4 trades a risk. If you are taking here, then that's not right, correct? So here also what I did, as soon as this breakout happened, I told you this can be a liquidation grab, market can reverse from here. So what I will do, the stop loss what I have placed here, I'll get it off here so that I reduce my risk. After reducing my risk, next my focus will only be on the setup if market is continuing the trend, right? So when market will move, how long it will take for move, all those things and all is not under our control at all. So certain levels at the initial stage and all, I used to exit here only. Okay, that's why I say, okay, exit here so that you have some decent profit for you to focus on the next trades. Now I'm not worried about not making profit and things like that. Continuous for the next 2 months, 3 months, if I don't make profit also, with my risk and reward, I've kind of managed. I have the capital to take trades for at least 90 to 100 days, every day making loss. But even if monkey trades, it will not make loss every day. Random entry we take also, no one can make 100% loss, right? So what we need to focus on certain initially, okay, small quantity, grab that, preserve that capital. Next time you get an opportunity, use that capital. So like that 30-40 days you keep trying, then at the beginning stage it will be beneficial. Who booked here, they might kind of feel safe. Who are holding along with me, you might feel unsafe. Here also is the range where you want to book profit, you can, but I will not book. I will wait for this upper levels. Okay, my mindset is entirely different from what many people who's watching this channel is. Initially I would have been thinking like that, but now no. Maximum I'm going to lose $2-3 in this. What is there to worry about? Ethereum, can we take trade? Ethereum from demand zone, it's given a breakout. You switch to 3 minutes, okay? Here you can see this was the previous resistance zone. Market has broken that level. Now there is an indecision candle. After this next candle, if it moves up, then maybe you focus on bullish, or else no. Once a green candle is formed, stop loss below this and then look for opportunity. If this red candle breaks this low or this low, then better to avoid any bullish trade in the market. Okay. Gold, my view. Gold still no entry traders. Here I'm saying no, this level market is holding. Now sellers have pushed market so much. If the market goes below this zone, that is where we're going to take the entry, place the stop loss at the upper level, look for 1:2. That time only I placed this. I said if we get a closing, we will look into entering bearish trade. What about other end? Nasdaq, S&P 500, everything is slightly moving up. This tooth still, the pain is not going after 7 to 8 days. Rajesh sir, good evening. I didn't see your message. See, exactly from the zone market is correcting. Okay. Who wanted to exit, I've already informed to exit. I've got my stop loss to cost. So I'm going to hold on to this trade. You don't want to hold on, that's entirely up to you. You can book the trade even now. Okay. Are you guys done with dinner? What's happening? Gold, you see later point of the day traders, if it breaks the zone, then looking for bearish trade is better. This trade, of course, it did not get executed, correct? So just because it did not break the low, right? So the setup you just keep in your mind. In case that setup is available later, you can try to consider that. I told you about the supply zone. As of now, S&P 500 has come near the supply zone. That is one concern. Dow Jones, forget about that. This one is in upward channel pattern. Nasdaq, no problem about that. Oil, nothing. It's given breakout. It's just holding on to this upper range. Means what to say about this? Seems like BTC is waiting for Nasdaq to cross 22K. 22K. who's holding with me, maybe you can get your stop loss here also if you want. The stop loss what is here, you can get it down to the zone, so that this becomes a profitable trade and a risk-free trade for you. I'm new trading, please show the screen with stop loss and target when you are taking position. You please come to the full screen mode. In full screen mode, I have already taken the trade. Target, stop loss, everything is shown here. I'll send you the full screen live stream link, okay? You come there, look into that. Rohi, I've sent you a link. Please click on that link. Come to the main live stream where you can see my entry, target, stop loss, everything. You guys who's looking in portrait mode, only this section you're able to see, right? Others are seeing a lot of things apart from this. Now what you guys can do is get your stop loss to the zone if you wish to, okay? So that this becomes a risk-free trade. No matter what, you will be in profit if that is your taste, if that is what you prefer. My problem is, like I said, right, yesterday also our target would have been achieved, but when we keep trailing the stop loss and going very small stop losses, we keep trailing and going, then the target achievement will be difficult, because it will give a breakout, correction, it will take my stop loss, then it will move. All those situations we might have to come across. So who thinks, okay, this is safe for me to, take the maximum benefit out of the trade and go, for them trailing the stop loss and going makes sense. Not for everyone. So you can put your stop loss here if you wish to. Usually market should have given a breakout already. I don't know why it's holding on too much. So to be on a safer side, just trail the stop loss and keep. Gold mine, both moment will be same or different. For XUGO, USD and gold mine, both movement will be same or different. I'm not sure, to be honest. I do investment in gold and things like that, but since price action and stop loss hunting is a universal concept, so when it comes to gold, I can understand price action and things like that. Based on that, I can take setup, but different this one and all, I'm not compared and checked. That's my honest opinion. If you share this one links with me, I will cross check. I'll do maybe hardly 10-15 minutes. I will look into both of the things and I will decide and let you know. Too much it is holding, traders, this zone. It holds too much. Then both the sometimes what will happen, it will take that stop loss and then move, right? You know the basic price action rule. Breakout, correction, breakout, like that. Those kind of situation, if I have to avoid, I have to keep the stop loss here, somewhere near the entry price. Already 1 hour plus live stream is done. We'll just let this trade be as it is. Stop loss is here. If it takes the stop loss, let it take. Next time when I took the stop loss, got triggered. That trailing stop loss market took, no problem. View is still bullish. Next time we will see. This trade, we did not lose anything. Maybe around $23 is the profit, net to net. Goal was to capture around $60. When it was holding on to this range only, ideally it should have corrected and quickly given a move. It did not do that. Too long it was holding. That is when I started telling people to trail the stop loss here. Okay, so this was the zone we booked our profit, exited. As of now, is there any bullish opportunity in the market? This area we booked good. Here correction, fine. We trailed a stop loss. Here we booked good. Now again breakout retest situation is coming, but I think market will pause for a while. We'll see if this was just to anyone who entered at the breakout, if market wanted to just create problem for them, then reverse, that we will see. But next time, only when market comes to this upper level, we'll look at bullish. That time it has potential of reaching 1,11,200 to 500 zone. Let it come to the zone next time. Okay, this upper zone will let it come. That time we will see. As of now, we'll just have a neutral mindset. Anyways, this setup is done. Trailing stop loss got it here. One more setup. See, this became a very basic price action setup where market gave a breakout. It came for a trend line retest. This area which was acting as a resistance in the past, once this level is broken, it acts as support. So this basic level from here market will move up means I'm not into that, right? That old methods I don't want to follow. Yes, there is a chance market will move up, but that method probability has reduced nowadays. Okay, the way how we look at the market is a bit different right now. I saw brokerage is high. If we take 100 lot, you may have to pay. You see what is this one? Okay, how much moment you want to capture? Okay, for example, in BTC, for every 100-point move, if market moves up by 100 points and you have taken 100 quantity, you'll be making $10. Okay, so you need to identify the trend. For example, first setup which I discussed here, from this zone, this was my target, right? So 950 points means for 100 quantity, $95 would have been the profit. Okay, so out of this profit, I am paying brokerage for 100 quantity. What is the brokerage? I don't know, you're saying $12 or $13. For me, it is not that much. You please check. It should be around 8 to 9. So $8 to $9 I give. Balance remaining, the 75 to 80, this one at least is my profit. $80 means around 6,400, 7,000 rupees is mine. Okay, like that. Initially, when you are in a learning phase, try to reduce your quantity. As you gain confidence, you will take more quantity, right? That is something that you can try. What, any other interesting setup? What's happening in other things? Gold entry did not get triggered. Again, it is taking the support and moving towards the upside. Then next upper level will be this. Okay, here if you have not got an entry, the next level will be breakout at this zone and then correction. Okay, so sorry. It is moving up, right? If it's moving up, let it move up. At the upper level, any bearish setup, if you are interested, you can consider this. As long as this upper level breaks, no interest in this one, bullish trade. Support and resistance is basic, everyone will do, but the way how we look at the market is different. Here you see this breakout retest, again it's holding on to this level From here there is a chance of moving up, but many times I've seen the probability has been low in this. It can go, maybe today it will go off, I don't know, but probability is low. Sometimes I prefer not to do that. Apart from this, any other levels, if market is showing any interesting setup, maybe I would consider to enter. As of now, even this breakout candle low, market is not yet broken. That is an important thing. That's fine. Breakout candle, it's not broken, and it's around 70% of this one. This might be a good thing. Fibonacci level also is respecting. I'll not enter this traders. I've come to that mindset that I will not enter this trade. If it's moving, let it move. Again, one more, any other interesting setup only I will look into, because 50% confidence I have in this. S&P 500, Dow Jones moving to the resistance zone. Ethereum, I had told this, if you had got continuation you can look into this. If you have entered, then this candle, if market breaks, you need to exit. Ethereum can go up to 2880, all right, up to that zone. This setup, I'm not getting confidence to take bullish trade, and so I will avoid that. No, the setup is looking interesting for me at this point of time. This is kind of here only. If it corrects, means nothing can be done. If it moves up to this zone, later corrects, that is the opportunity. Or if it comes here next time, here if it shows a breakdown, next bearish opportunity. This is setup 1, this is setup 2. First setup did not get triggered. Second setup we will see if it gets triggered, fine. This one it's holding on, I'll ignore that. Anyways, traders, fine. Today 2 setups, one cost to cost here only. Little below would have placed. This target would have got no problem. Here I lost $2. In this trailing stop loss, we made profit of $27. That's it. So net to net, no loss. We had made decent profit. That's it. Entry taken in Ethereum. Okay. If you have taken entry based on this, fine. But ensure that if you have entered at this breakout, below this breakout candle only, you place the stop loss. Okay, don't take more stop loss than this, because other indexes, there's no other, this one, you see, no other stop loss hunting, previously no data here. So it's continuously giving breakout, showing continuation. It can continue, no doubt. People will think market will fall, but slowly it can keep moving. That's how we planned our trade also in Nifty today. But S&P 500, if you see, it's at near the supply zone. So here it can give one more breakout. People will lose confidence. From here it can correct. Only if it corrects here and then moves up, then only continuation possibility is there. That is something that you can consider. 19,700. Still this has showing some bullishness, but I don't know how long it's going to sustain this zone. Here BTC is holding. It's holding here. Let it hold. I'm not planning any entry right now. Maybe after some time, maybe 15-20 minutes break I will take and then enter. Okay. I have a feeling that market can go to 11,200 today. Since already this level market is tested, I won't be surprised if it tests this level again. But before that, any removal of weak players, and then if it is doing, I don't want to enter at this point of time. Okay, it seems like I'm repeating certain things. My view again and again. So thank you everyone for participating. This setup is done, this nifty next setup, if anything is there, I will discuss in the group. Next trade, whatever I take, I will discuss in the group. If you wish to join the crypto community group, open account with Delta Exchange, send a WhatsApp message to the number which you are seeing on the screen. Okay, so we will add you to the crypto community group where you will get access to my courses as well. Okay, the next course when I launch, that course also you will get access for free of cost. The link to open account with Delta Exchange is there in the pinned comment. You can look into it. Already in our channel we have a free video explaining about the basic of how to trade. See here, market, it was not worth it. Okay, thank you everyone for participating. Good night. Any update, I'll share it in the group. Okay, bye bye.